Is it just me, or do you notice that people are nicer these days? You know, just going through the drive-through, people are smiling at you or even waving at you, and it's like, wow, it's about time people come down to reality. Hello, it's Susan, and I thought I would share with you a recipe that I've been making for years, and it's really simple, and it's really good for your health, your immune. It's good to drink early in the morning, and you can really drink it all day long if you want. And it's just a ginger lemon tea, and it's funny because I've been drinking it for years, and I was just watching one of my favorite YouTubers out there, and she was explaining to her subscribers how she makes it. It's very similar to the way I make it, except that she has a special food processor that she uses to grind the ginger. I just grate mine, and so anyway, I thought I'd share with all of you how to make it. What you're gonna need is some ginger. Look at the size of this guy. It's kind of like a lobster. And not this much ginger, of course. I'm just gonna cut you a piece, and then I use 4 lemons. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna cut a good size of ginger off of this. I'd say about a good chunk like that size. Sort of like a plum, size of a plum. Okay, so I'm going to peel that. It's not easy. There's a lot of bumps and ridges in ginger. Just do your best. And then there's some kind of strainy parts, like sort of stringy parts, and then there's the smoother parts. Use a sharp knife. It's easier. So I've been drinking this for years, like I said, and I drink it, I think it's just a good thing to start your day off with. Plus it's supposedly supposed to neutralize your stomach acids. So a big piece like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grate it, and I'm going to put, hold on a minute, I'll just put it on this for now. I'm going to grate it with the finer, the bigger slots. I got to be careful when I grate things. I forget what I'm doing and I grate my skin, which I'm sure everybody's done once in their life. So I wanted to correct something on one of my last videos about the Clorox wipes that I made. I didn't realize this, but I was told from a friend of mine that bleach and water, when they're mixed together, only last 24 hours to be effective. So what I thought of doing is I kind of drained my cloths that I have in the container, and only when I need them, I'm going to, like, you can do it daily if you have kids or you have lots of toys to clean, or you clean all day long, then you can make it daily, but I don't really need that. So what I think is a good idea is just to put the bleach water mixture on top of the cloth when you need it. And then you can drain it and then, you know, add more the next day or the next week whenever you use it. So what I've done for now is I have a spray bottle that I put 2 cups of water and 3 teaspoons of bleach, a little bit of detergent, like dish detergent, and I keep that by the sink, and I just sort of spray things when I need it. And I spray like the faucet, handles, things like that, because I don't have that many things to clean every day. Okay, so this is the bottle that I put the water, 2 cups of water, 3 teaspoons of bleach, a little bit of Dawn detergent, mix it up, shake it up, and all I do is just spray it all over my kitchen faucet, and even on the pump. I just let it sit there once in a while. So that's about it, what I use it for. And I just you know, all the handles of the house, the light switches. I do it at nighttime usually. So I'm thinking maybe this isn't enough ginger because I'm going to make a big batch. So I'm going to use another chunk. Another little chunk. Just peel the skin. So how's everybody doing? Everybody bored yet? You still being positive? There's a really cute little video that I watch every morning. His name is Pluto, and he's a little schnauzer dog, and he's the cutest. And he always has a good message for the day. I love it when he says the four-leggeds and the two-leggeds. It's funny. Anyway, yeah, so look into that video. He makes my day. So this weekend is Easter weekend, and it's sort of sad because a lot of us won't be spending time with our families, you know, our kids, our grandchildren, as much as I want to, but I don't want to take a chance. And they say the best gift you can give to anyone is just to stay away from them. Because can you imagine if something was to happen and they visited me or I visited them and then I found out 2 days later that I had some kind of, you know, I had this virus. Oh my God, you never forgive yourself. So I think it's just best. I know a lot of people that see their family and they work. Big no-no. Okay, so I'm gonna put all this ginger in a cup. I mean, you could, if you really want to, you could take the pulp and put it in a food processor. Maybe I might try that. I just usually just grate it, okay? And then I'm going to cut 4 lemons. I give them a nice squeeze and a roll first to get them more juicy. And I've already washed them. You can squeeze them manually if they're a good lemon, but I always I use this little lemon squeezing device. Makes it a bit easier. Gets more of the juice out. I'm looking my best these days. No makeup, a little bit of gloss. I'm feeling 100 years old. God be with all of us that dye our hair. We're gonna look real cute with our gray roots. Oh well, we're not going anywhere really. Nobody's gonna see us. Except of course if you do YouTube videos. But I'm sure all of you are in the same boat. No judging. Today I went grocery shopping. What an ordeal that was. I decided to take the advice of a doctor that I watch on YouTube, and he says the correct way of washing your items from the grocery store. The first couple of weeks when this happened, I never washed anything. I didn't even think about it. And then when I heard people were wiping things down with their Clorox bleach wipes, I thought, okay, I better start doing this. So what we've done is we've taken his suggestion. We put a big table in the garage, and half of it is, I put the groceries, oh, that's a good one. Now I wasted my lime juice. Anyway, so you take you take your groceries, some of them, and you put them on half of the table. You get your bleach wipes ready, you wipe them all down, then once they're clean, you put them on the other side of the table, and you continue doing that, and then when you're done, you put it in a bag or in a box that's clean, that's not been, used for any of the groceries. This is what the new way of grocery shopping looks like. My son put out a table in the garage, and here's the stuff that hasn't been cleaned, and this is the stuff that's been cleaned, and then it goes into this container, and then we put it in the house. I actually throw all my grocery bags out. They say you can keep them for 3 days outside. You know what, I can't be bothered. I have so many bags. I know it's good for recycling, but right now, I'm throwing them out. I'm not taking any chances with any lingering germs flying around. The plastic takes 3 days for it to come off, they say. So, it's fine. These are pretty good, these lemons. They're pretty juicy. So I make enough of this stuff to last a week. Even more. Sometimes it lasts even longer. And what I do is after I'll show you, I'll boil it down, and then you make sort of like a little bit of like a tonic, I guess you'd say, and then you just use about, I use a little glass, which is equivalent to a big shot glass. And then I just put it in my mug, and I put some water in it, some boiling water, and then I drink it like a tea. I think it's one of the best things you can do for your system. My mother's 93 and she still does it. I'm sure a lot of people do this, especially in the, you know, in our parents' days where they had all the different natural antidotes. Wish it was an antidote. Okay, so here we've got our ginger and our lemon mixed together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try doing it with the with my my Ninja. Like, we don't go out anywhere, so there's really, you know, they say, oh, bleach this, bleach that. If you're not going anywhere and you're living in your house, I mean, you have your everyday germs, but you're not going to have the coronavirus germs laying all over inside your house that you have to worry about unless people are going in and out. Even going to the grocery store can do it, of course. I mean, they say we are on lockdown, but if we are truly on lockdown, we wouldn't even be able to go to the grocery store because you know, it's a risk every time you go out. And so I got my groceries delivered, well, not really delivered, but online pickup, and it was great. I ordered it about a week and 2 days ago. They give you a date. You park in their parking lot in a specific area. You call a number, and they come out and put it in your trunk, and you don't have to talk to anybody or touch anybody. They don't have to touch you. And it's, of course, you pay by Visa. And I think it's a terrific idea. It's been around for a long time. I just never needed it before. So I hope that I can always get a spot every week. And that will solve even more problems. I wish people out there would listen. I see people walking together. I see people talking close to each other. Don't they get it? What is going on with the world? The longer they do this, the longer this pandemic will stay lingering, and it will never end. People in the summer, can you imagine the beaches? They're not going to listen. They're going to go to the beach. Oh my God, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to think about it. I'm just going to stay in my bubble forever, I guess. I hope not. I mean, it started in Wuhan, China, and I mean, a lot of people died, but the government there, the officials, they put them on lockdown. And, you know, they listened, they respected their government leaders, and look, now they're off lockdown, and hopefully everything will be good and it won't start up again. But they listened, they were strict, they stayed indoors, and they're much better for it. Of course, Italy has a lockdown too, and I don't understand how it's spreading the way it is. People must not be listening. I don't get it. Bring it to a rolling boil for a few minutes, and then just put it the heat lower. I guess, you know, almost low, so it simmers a bit, because you don't want it all evaporating. You know, doing it on that in that Ninja, really did work better than usual. Look, it's like there's hardly any pulp. It's really sort of disintegrated it. Yeah. Maybe 10 minutes is good enough. And then just take it off the heat and let it cool. Let it cool for maybe an hour. And then after that we're gonna use like a little colander and put it in a bottle. And then we will refrigerate. So what do you guys out there do to fill your time? I sleep in late. I go to bed really late. I keep busy. I do a lot of cleaning. I go for a walk, and then I have a coffee, and then I watch some TV, play some games. And at nighttime, I do enjoy, we always watch a movie together and have popcorn, so that's fun. And that usually carries on till all hours of the morning. And then I go to bed and start all over the next day. Oh well, we'll get past this and we'll remember this. Like, I was reading an article about this as history, and our kids will be talking about it, our grandchildren and our crazy children. This Easter will be a lot different for everybody out there with children and well, if you have your children, they'll be in your house. But like, you know, for the grandparents and relatives, this is the first Easter I haven't had my family, all of my family together. So, you know, we got to endure this to make it safe for everybody. But about 3 weeks ago, I had done a lot of my Easter shopping already, and I had put it in baskets already. I helped the Easter Bunny out a little, and I gave it to my daughter on her porch, and just in case we wouldn't see each other, and it's true. So she's going to be giving it to my grandson, and I put a lot of Easter eggs in there, so I told her to go hide them in the grass and take a video of it so that I can see him, you know, hunting for Easter eggs. And I'm used to having a lot of candy and chocolates laying around the house. Not so much anymore. I can't eat it anyway. Well, I'm not supposed to eat it anyway. But I did buy a couple of little goodies. You know, you have to have an Easter egg. You know, my favorite's the Cadbury Easter eggs, those big ones. And I used to love them years ago. I used to just live for them. And then it always seemed that I was on a diet near Easter, so I could never eat one. And, you know, having this surgery, it's been more than a year and a half now, and I bought myself an Easter egg, and I'm having it. I'm not going to eat the whole thing at once, but, you know, a couple of bites of it, that will make me happy. So hopefully all of you out there will have a good Easter and listen to the rules. Don't be getting together with a bunch of people. As hard as it's going to be, just remember, you keep your distance, and this will be over in no time. Who out there is like me? I've become a hoarder. I never thought I was a hoarder. I mean, I like nice things. I do buy a lot of stuff. People think I'm a hoarder. No, I'm not, because I throw away a lot and I give away a lot, and I really think twice before I buy things these days. But yeah, I've become that hoarder who, you know, every time I think, oh, I need something, I want to go to the store and buy it, like food items or cleaning items or toilet paper, because I'm always worried, what if something happens next week? But nothing will. We are assured that the grocery stores will be running. And, you know, just a panic mode that we're all going through. And I spend far too much on my groceries every week. I don't know what's going on. And then I hardly eat any of it. And you know what? I don't even want to cook anymore. At the beginning, I was baking banana bread like everybody else out there and cooking. Oh, my kids were really happy. And I thought, forget it. Nobody needs to gain all this weight. So I've sort of calmed down on that respect. But because I go shopping every 2 weeks, you know, you need more food at once. But Walmart, I mean, they do it in the States as well, and in Canada. They have a great system. I would really recommend them to everyone to, you know, order online. I wonder how they do it, because the people that are working there are not going through the aisles collecting food for us. So they must be doing it at closing time, or there's a night shift of some kind where they're getting it all together in the back rooms where it's refrigerated. I'm not sure. I have a friend that works at Walmart. I should ask her. But I can smell that lemon and ginger on the stove. It is so nice. I wish I could make a candle like that. I wish Bath & Body would have a candle. I wanted to order something for Bath & Body, but in Canada we can't order. Well, we can, but it costs a fortune with the American exchange and the shipping and the duty. Forget it. Me, when I buy Bath & Body, I go to the store and I use coupons. I don't need any more candles, but be a nice little pickup, right? You know what else is good? If you're going to go to the store, grocery store, buy yourself a bunch of flowers, a bouquet of flowers, and, you know, even separate it in 2 little containers, and it just makes you feel better right now. I wonder what's going to happen with the spring coming and all the flowers out there. Is Costco going to have flowers? It's the least of our worries, right? But it's nice to look at them and have something to do in the garden. It's times like this where I really wish that I had, what do you call them? Oh my God, I can't even think. Perennials. You know, flowers that just come, like the tulips and the crocuses. I'm going to really think about this next fall, and I'm going to plant them. Because it's really exciting when you see one of them coming out of the ground. I haven't seen any yet, which is really weird. It's April. How come I haven't seen any tulips? My daughter has them all over her garden. And I've driven by and I haven't seen any. Oh well. Anyway, what else can I talk about? See my nice cute pink bunny in the background? I had a nice wreath in the front window outside. A really nice pink spring one. Sure enough, I thought it was over. Those doves were staring at me again, and I could see one on the roof, one on the porch, and looking at me funny, and I thought, don't you even think about going in my wreath. Every year they go in my wreath, and they have their little nests, and then the million babies, and then they fall out, and they're dead on my front porch, or the cats got them. I can't take it anymore. As much as I love nature, not on my front porch. Sometimes I couldn't even go out on the front porch out the door because they'd be squawking and freaking out because they thought I was going to hurt them. But I took the wreath away. Sorry, birds. As much as I love you, you're not making any nests on my front porch anymore. Go in the backyard. There's enough trees. People are appreciating things that matter. You know, just being happy to be alive, sunshine, waking up in the morning. Thank God it's spring now and it's going into summer. If we were going into winter, it'd be even more depressing. But at least we have, you know, sunshine, lots of light, and hope. So I think that makes all the difference. Drinking wine at night, it helps me a lot too. So here we are again, and it's cooled off about an hour. You can let it cool off longer. I'm just impatient. It fit right in this. I've never used this before. I've only used like a pop bottle. So what you're gonna do, put it in the fridge, and then every morning take a good big shot glass or a little tiny little glass and put some in a mug with your boiling water, and it's good to go. And it's a good before breakfast. You should really do this, and it's a really good. I think it's a good detoxifier, to tell you the truth. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this little instructional video. Have a nice Easter weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.